Let's learn how to concatenate or concat in Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access. Hi, my name is Alwyn. I look forward to you joining me on this tutorial. Please make sure you watch to the end and please do subscribe. I do value your support. Enjoy this. Awesome. Let us look at how to utilize concatenate or concat. Now, concatenate is your older version function name, whereas concat is the newer one, but they all mean the same thing. So basically, if I look at this table, I've got title, initial, surname. And what I want to do is I want to combine the information from the different cells into one cell. And that's what concatenate is about. So I'm going to click where I want my answer to be. I'm going to make sure I'm in the Formulas tab to open the Formulas ribbon. I'm looking for the text functions. And as you can see, I've got concat, but if you got concatenate, same thing. So concat or concatenate, it says concatenates a list or range of text strings. So I'm going to click on it. It opens up the function argument dialog box for us. The first part that it needs is text 1. Text 1 is asking, so what is the first set of information that you actually want? So we're going to say A2 because we want Mr. So then let's look at the next one. So the next one would be the initial. Wait, pause. Now there's something about concatenate. It actually combines the information into one. It doesn't leave a space. So if we wanted Mr. space A, it's not going to actually put that space for us. So we've got to actually put the space in. But the problem is we can't just put in a space because the space is actually text. When we're indicating text, we've got to put in double inverted comma, space, double inverted comma. So that then allows us to actually say that there is a space. So A2 space, and then we can choose B2. So A2 space B2, we can then put in another space and put in the surname. So it's Mr. space A space red. Lots of spaces. Click OK. And there we go. So if we look at the formula bar, it says equals concat or concatenate, open bracket A2 colon to separate each text. Now, do take note, in earlier versions of Windows, you may need to put a comma, not a semicolon, not a semicolon. So here we got A2 colon, this double inverted comma, space, double inverted comma, colon, B2 colon, double inverted comma, space, double inverted comma, colon, C2, close bracket. Now let's bring the information down. And there we go. So just like that, we have now combined A2 with B2 and C2 into one cell, which now gives us the full contact name. Good. Now what I'd like to do is I would like to type this out without using concatenate. So there's another way to actually do this using your ampersand, which is like your and. So we're going to create a formula based on this. So we're going to say equals, I want Mr., which is A2, and we're going to say and, double inverted comma, space, double inverted comma. We're going to say and, we want the next one, which is our B2, and we want a space, and the last one, C2. Ta-da! If we go and we then drag it down, there we go. We got now a new concatenate. Same function, just a different way to actually do this. So as you can see, we've got A2 and double inverted comma, space, double inverted comma, and B2, and double inverted comma, space, double inverted comma, and C2. Perfect. So let's take what we learned in Excel and place this in Access. So if you're looking at my Access table here, I've created a table called TBL Contact Info. I've opened it up for you so you can see I've got title, initial, surname, just like how we had in Excel. So all I'm wanting to do is combine each of these into one cell. However, wrong view. This is the end result, your datasheet view. We need to be in design view. So if I click on design view, This then gives me the designing of that table where I have my various field names or column names. So you've got title, initial, surname. So make sure at this point you actually save. Because if you've actually added any fields, it is very important that you save so that Microsoft Access can pick up those various fields. But I'm going to add a new field. Let's call it contact name, as I did in Excel. So we're now going to change this from not being short text, but actually being calculated. So this is going to be a calculated field. When I click calculated, it opens up what we call the expression builder. I always tell my people this is actually like placing the equals in Excel. So let's do what we just did in Excel. So if you look on the bottom here, you will see title, initial, surname. If you're not seeing any of the fields that you had before you saved, was then you should save before you get in here. So we want to combine title and we want a space and we want to combine initial and we want a space and we want to combine surname, and that's it. So title and space and initial and space and surname. Sounds like a song. There we go. And we click OK. And there we go. It now says title, initial, surname, contact name. Let us go back to our datasheet view. So I'm right clicking, datasheet view. It's going to ask you to save. Yes, let's save it. And just like that, we've got our contact name where it then tells us Mr. A red, Mrs. B blue, exactly bringing information from the different cells into that one cell. Perfect. So we got to see what concatenate or concat is actually used for and the two different ways that we've learned to actually type it. But I want to do one more before I let you go. So let's say I want to add email to this. So how I'm going to actually place the email will be based maybe on the person's initial and their surname. So let's do this. I'm going to go equals and I want the initial and and their surname. So I'm not putting a space. I'm just going to press enter so you can see what we've got so far. So we got a red, but I want to actually add to this by putting in the email address. So I'm going to say and because it's text that we're adding, I'm going to put in double inverted comma. So double inverted comma and the email address, and we've got double inverted comma to close it. Press enter, and there we go. But now, if I want a red to be all in small letters, we use a function. So I'm going to put between the equals and the two called lower, open bracket, and I go right to the end, close brackets. I'm saying make all of this information into lowercase. So if you look, I've got equals, lower, open bracket, all that information that we actually started with, and we make sure we close the bracket. Wherever you open a bracket, you make sure you close the bracket, and we then press enter. And now I can take this down and it's created an email address for me. How awesome is this? Perfect. Thank you for joining me on the session. Please don't forget to subscribe. Have a fantastic day.